Hey there people. So in this video I'm going to cover quickly how to use control measures, what they are, what they do, how to actually use your TSD to put different icons down to help with your SA, and also how to deal with, well, when you've got a mess like this because the current version of DCS doesn't allow for a data cartridge or for mission editors to do anything but for the Apache other than put waypoints down. So there's a big chance whoever's doing your mission is going to put waypoints that should be control measures or stuff like that down as waypoints, which gives you a big bloody jumble mess like this, right? So, how do we deal with this? Well, first off, we need to understand that the Apache has several types of points. So, we have waypoints, hazard zones, control measures, and target. And each of these has various options that can be put into them. We can see these by coming in, make this thing, pressing up here on the abbreviation. So as you can see, we have all these for waypoints, all this section here for hazard, then all of these for control points, and then all of these for pre-planned threats. And then we have ones that are specific for various countries, so that you can mark who you're working with. But we're not going to worry about them. We are going to worry about the waypoint list here, the general control measures, friendly control measures, enemy control measures, and pre-planned target threats for what we're planning on doing here. Now, another big thing you need to be aware of, depending on what you're putting down, it may not show necessarily on here to begin with. And that is because you need to make certain stuff is set to show. So if we go to coordinate show at the moment, it'll show some control measures, but it won't show friendly units, show enemy units, won't show pre-planned targets and threats. We want all of these to be showing, otherwise when we do stuff we're about to do, it's not going to show. The other thing I like to do is to come into threat show and put in all of these as well. That's because the person who showed me use the bird does all this, and well, I just do as I'm told type thing. So for the moment we won't need the HS that off, but we're going to come in. So the case of this mission, we see here, mission editor put in a whole bunch of these points as waypoints. So waypoint 1 through to 6 are your bounce points. 7 through to 11 are actually engagement areas. Hey look, our map just came up. Cool. Tell it to dim out and ignore it for the moment. So what do we do here? You know, we only want those, and we want those to show up how we want them to show up. Okay, first things first, we're going to go to a waypoint, going to go add, and we're going to tell it that we're adding a control measure. Now the control measure we're going to add, if we switch over to the abbreviations again real quick, is enemy armor, or AE. So, move so we've got the keyboard unit in view. We're going to go ident. We're going to tell it that it's AE, or armor enemy. And we're going to call this one EA1 for engagement area 1. Enter. Now it's asking for the lat long, but we already have the target point in the system. We don't need to give it the lat long, even though we could. Instead, we can go clear, and we can tell it that waypoint 07 is this waypoint. And we hit enter. We get the altitude, hit enter again, and we now have a control box, EA1, all the way out here. Now, we can do this for the next 7, 5, 6 waypoints. So I'm just going to pause just for a moment, and I'm going to do this exact same thing after I show you how we did it once more. So again, root, add, control measure, ident, enemy armor, enter. Sorry, armor enemy. So, bad on me. AE, armor enemy. Free text is going to be EA2. Enter. Clear W08. Enter. Enter. Boom. We have the EA2 waypoint. So just give me a moment while I enter the rest, and then we will look at some of the other options we can do. Okay, so here we have all of the EA points in. You can see the waypoints are still under it. The final one we want to do is at 0, 1, or, well, basically where we are. We want to make it so that we know that it's our start point, or that it's an LZ. So we've got a couple of options here. We can make it a start point, we can make it a landing zone. So we're going to add that. Okay, so we want our cursor up, pan over down, and just quickly show how we can add a point here manually. So add waypoint, and this is going to be our start point. Then come in here, SP, ident, enter, free text, enter, move our cursor. Now this, technically we could just hit enter. This is correct. This is where we are, so we can altitude. Okay. We have our start point, and same thing. We say we had an LZ just over here. Go add waypoint LZ, enter, free text LZ1, enter, that long. Okay, we have an LZ. We can do this target points, whatever, anything in this in the ABR list. So we've done that, but now we have our route is all a mess because we have extra items on it that we don't need now. So we just come into route. We're going to come to waypoint 11, delete. We now deleted these out. The issue with this is if you look, or if we hide our coordinate show for control measures and pre-planned threats, targets, enemy units, etc., etc., we still have 11, 9, and the like on the list. So perhaps we want to get rid of these. We can get rid of them quite simply by doing this. Go to the show, come to point, and we're going to select the point 11. Delete, yes. Waypoint 11 is gone. Waypoint 10, delete, yes. Waypoint 10 is gone. Hand this over. Select 9. And point, because we panned, we probably should have, but doesn't matter. Delete, waypoint 8, delete. Now, all we've done is delete those waypoints. They still the control measures we put in still exist. So if we go show, board show, enemy units, we can all still see this. We can still access all of this using the normal method to get to them, either by going CAQ, moving over, clicking on it, by going up to coord, control measure, clicking on any of these items. Finally, if we want to add our LZ to our route, going to first we'll actually center back on us because that'll put our we're going to put our start point in first. Go route, come all the way down to the bottom here. We're going to add our cursor over this. We want to add it in here. The final one we want to do, add the LZ to end here. Nice, simple, easy. Do the same for pre-planned targets, anything else. But hopefully this helps you with working out how to use this for better SA. Later, guys.